Peter Czymbor here on NESportsTV.com. Coming up on July 10th from Poughkeepsie, New York, NESportsTV.com online pay-per-view presents a broadcast featuring the return of the man to my right, best known for his 2005 stunning upset victory over former heavyweight champ Mike Tyson. It's the Clonus Colossus, Kevin McBride. Kevin, thanks for joining us. It's been 2.5 years since we last saw you in the ring. Why come back now, and why the layoff initially?
Well, I'm just coming back after a few injuries. Broke my back in 3 places. Then I actually had an operation on my ankle, and then recently I broke a bone in my wrist. But my manager Jerry Quinn and myself, we sat down, and I said to Jerry, I'd love to, fulfill my dream and become the world heavyweight champion. And I just want to give one more go. Are you behind me again? And Jerry says, if you're 100% focused, I'm behind you. And I says, good. And so Jerry called the McLaughlin brothers, Eddie and Tony, in New York, and set up a meeting, and started rolling back. I'm up there training in Queens, New York, and sparring Monty Barrett and different sparring partners, and I like the situation where I'm in now. I'm hungry, I'm ready to go, and Saturday night's going to be great because it's a good comeback fight. This guy's from Philadelphia, he hangs around. He's been with world-class fighters like David Tui, went the distance, and with
Robert Hawkins, your opponent, has gone the distance with a lot of the heavyweights elite. He's also pulled off upsets now and then. He beat Dominic Gwynn, he beat Terry Smith, amongst others. Tell us what you do know about him.
Well, that's all I know. I know he's going to be there on the night, and Jerry assured me he'd be there, and Eddie McLaughlin. But the main reason is it's a good stepping stone to see. I've still got what it takes to be a contender, not a pretender. And now on July 10th, it's just going to be an exciting night. It's going to be the resurrection of my career. Between Jerry Quinn and the McLaughlin brothers, they're going to revive me, and now I have just to go in there and show the goods. And like I said, I'm not wasting anybody's time. This fight's it. It's do die dog or sugar the license. Like I'm going to be, something goes wrong on the fight, I'll put the gloves in the middle of the ring, and I'll be like a striker out of the World Cup. I'll kick the gloves into the crowd, and that's it, But I believe I have what it takes to become heavyweight champion of the world. Mike Tyson was one of the most feared men in the world. Everybody has criticised me, criticised, oh, Mike Tyson's this, Mike Tyson's that, but they didn't fight him. They actually, if you watch George Foreman fight Michael Moore, he was 45 years old. He knocked Michael Moore out. I believe, you never lose your power. That's the last thing that leaves you. Mike Tyson had all his power in the ring. He mightn't be the same fighter he was 15 years ago, but he was there to fight to win. He tried to do everything when he was fighting me. He tried to bite my nipple off. He did headbutt me. He tried to break my arm. But my my belief I could beat a man at this, where nobody else. Jerry Quinn was behind me all the way in that fight as well. Not too many believe that I could win that fight. There's not going to be too many believe that I'm going to be a Cinderella man of boxing now. But I'm going to prove to the critics and to the world and to myself that I follow my dream and become the first-born Irish heavyweight champion of the world.
Well, you're certainly no stranger to facing adversity. Kevin, I want to ask you, those injuries you alluded to earlier in the interview, did those take place during the layoff or prior to the layoff while you were still competing?
Just after the, just the layoff, I broke my back after I lost to Galata a few months after. I broke in three vertebrae. I healed, put on some weight, but I twisted my ankle. Then I had to get cadavers, ligaments, screws and all that to put my big foot, a thick size 19. So the doctor says you're going to need a few screws and different stuff, and he fixed it up good, and it's perfect now. And then the last injury I hope I got from was my left arm. I broke a bone in my wrist, but now I'm 100% fit, prepared, focused, and thanks to Jerry Quinn and my manager, and thanks to the McLaughlins to give me this opportunity, and you know, and to prove on the night that I'm a legitimate contender, and move on next. Because before, when I beat Tyson, I was promised all these world title fights with Johnny Ruiz, with Lakovic, and with Brewster, and with even the big giant Falyev, but none materialised. I lost heart in boxing, you know, because, you know, the promise is I was going to get a world title, and you know, I couldn't get myself up for it. But now I'm 37 years old. I have a wee small window, and you know, with the help of Jerry Quinn, my manager, and backing of Jerry Quinn and the McLaughlin brothers, you know, anything's possible now. They're not going to stop at this fight. They're going to get me a fight right back off to keep me busy, and show the world that I'm a contender, not a pretender, and fulfill my dream and get the world title shot. And when I get the world title shot, I'll raise my level so high that I will be the first-born Irish heavyweight champion of the world. And it's only time going to see it, but you're going to see it first here on this TV.
NESportsTV.com.
NESportsTV.com. So buy it, and you're going to see it, and you're going to believe in it, and you're going to see it first on NESports.com. Thank you very much.
Well, Kevin, I know you're going to get back inside and train, but I do want to ask you, after you beat Mike Tyson, you mentioned there was a little bit of a letdown. You thought you were going to get a title shot against John Ruiz. You fought Byron Poley, put him away pretty early. Mike Molo, that was a pretty stunning upset. He was a lot tougher than a lot of people anticipated. Then your last fight against Andrew Galata, you almost put him away in the first round before he came back. You were working with Buddy McGirt. He was training you for that fight. Now you're back working with Goody Petronelli, who you worked with previously, who's famous for his work with Marvelous Marvin Hagler in the 80s. Why back with Goody, and tell us about the connection you have with Goody Petronelli?
Well, you know, it was hard to put an old head on young shoulders, and Goody Petronelli, you know, I still remain friends with Goody. I tried another trainer through my manager, advised me, and you know, he had the right advice, because you know, more open to see what's out there. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, you could have the poor Eddie Futch, Lord of mercy, that died in the ring at the corner, anybody in the ring, but when you're in that ring and the bell goes, you have to perform and do the job. I come back here to Brockton, train. This is where I live in Boston, and you know, I says, my wife Danielle, I have two kids, my son's Queeveen and my daughter's Grania Neve, McBride, and I says to Goody, you know, I started with you in Brockton, I want to finish with you, and you know, we shook hands, and that's it. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I'm just satisfied with the situation I have. I have another trainer in New York that's helped me out, Elmore. He actually trained Lazo for the fight with Ricky Hatton. You know, but it's all good. Everything's going well. The training's going well. Now it's just putting it together on the night, and with the help of God, I prove to the world that I'm a legitimate contender. Watch out, Kevin McBride's coming back on NESports.com.
And before I let you go, last question. Mike Tyson, the last man, you were the last man to fight him. There's always rumors here and there that he'll come back. Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
You know, they said that he made a fight Evander Holyfield, the third fight, and you know, would people buy it? And there's a lot of people say, you know, critics say, no, I wouldn't buy that, but I'm sure they would, because you never know what part of the anatomy he'd bite off. You know, he tried to bite my nipple off. I know he bit off Evander Holyfield's ear, but Mike Tyson is a legend, you know, and in years to come from now, you know, what I did in boxing, just even beating him, you know, a former two-time world heavyweight champion, undisputed, you know, I created history. You know, it's a little bit of history in the world, but my biggest history in this country is to have two beautiful kids, and I don't want to leave any unstone turned this time. I want to come back and be a contender. You know, if you believe in yourself, work hard, you can accomplish, and I proved that against Mike Tyson. So watch out, heavyweights, and when I get back up there, give me the opportunity, because Kevin McBride, you can run, but you can't hide from McBride.
He's a 1992 Irish Olympian. He's a conqueror of Mike Tyson, and he's hoping to become the first Irish-born heavyweight champ. It all starts July 10th, NESportsTV.com. Kevin McBride taking on Robert Hawkins. And Kevin, thank you once again.
Thank you very much. God bless.